And that's a story in itself, me checking my text before I've had my coffee. But the first thing I saw was a text from Bill Henson asking me if there are fewer hummingbirds this year. He says lots of people are saying they aren't seeing as many as in the past. Now, in a situation like this, I have three sources. One, personal experience. And as I was fixing a cup of coffee, I looked out the kitchen window and saw 3 hummers in a row at my feeder. Now, I'll have to admit, there was a spell when I saw very few after the March influx of returning hummingbirds heading north for the summer. And after the summer we've had this year, the ones heading farther north have the right idea. But hummingbirds stay in Mississippi all summer and nest here, so we should be seeing some. Source number 2 for anything to do with nature is the Mississippi Natural Science Museum. So I called and talked to Scott Payton out there. He says, to his knowledge, there's no shortage of hummingbirds this year. He pointed out we see way more of them during the spring migration in March and the fall migration in September than we do now. But he says there should be about the same number we usually have. Then source number 3 for me is Google, naturally. Google came up with something interesting. Because of the unusually mild, wet winter we had, there's probably an overabundance of wildflowers and bugs on which the hummingbirds feed, and they probably don't need our feeders as much as they normally do, but keep them full and fresh anyway. So that's my research project for the day. The hummers are here. They're just more in their natural habitat than on our porches right now. Plus, they may be feeding earlier and later in the day to avoid the heat. I just came up with that last part on my own. Sounds like it could be right, though.